Hey, Scarefest, this is Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly with another review of a horror film that was not shot in English. This review is about 2020's HellHole. It just came out on Netflix well, that's what it says. I don't know. I don't know when it dropped on Netflix, but it's a Polish film. And normally, this is the second week in a row that I'm doing a movie that wasn't originally shot in English. But once again, I get a lot of complaints about, oh my God, your third act. You complain about the third act. Once again, this is another movie where if you can follow it through till you get to the third act, it's worth every minute. And it's only about 80 minutes long, 80 some minutes long. And I truly enjoyed this movie. It takes place in 1987, where a young militia guy, I don't know how Polish law enforcement works, he goes in and infiltrates a monastery that's cut off from the rest of the world for some insane reason, where they're supposed to be doing exorcisms, where they're working with the possessed, and he's pretending to be a clergyman. And he tries to explain or figure out this mysterious disappearances of several tormented residents and several, looks like a lot of ladies and some other folks. The plot really doesn't matter so much as in you can kind of figure out a lot of things as they go. However, as you go through it, it's interesting because the lead character, the militiaman that we're following, the cop, whatever you want to call him, is probably not the lead character and definitely not the most interesting person in the movie. It reminds me of, but it's nothing like, Big Trouble in Little China, whereas Kurt Russell's Jack Burton is supposed to be the hero, but it's actually the little small Asian guy that's kicking ass and a lot smarter than him, right? Jack Burton's not really that bright. He just keeps kind of going. It's like Ash from The Evil Dead. But however, this guy not necessarily makes stupid mistakes, but just he's a very unremarkable person. And there's some sort of curse, and is he or isn't he the chosen one? There's a baby that's almost murdered at the beginning of the movie with a flashback. Is fairly banal. It's not all that interesting, but the third act of this movie, and it's not really a twist. I think you figure it's just done so well. And what happens is apocalyptic in a sense. And I really enjoyed this movie. It didn't have a lot of high hopes. It's one of those where Facebook kind of suggests things to you, and I never take them up on it. But this time I did, and I enjoyed it. I'm glad I did. 2020's HellHole. And you could make a lot of jokes about this movie, like it was a hellhole. What was this movie like? A hellhole. Really isn't. It's probably not even the best title. There's a hole under the monastery. Does it go to hell? Who knows? Are these monks faking everything? Possibly. No. But go along for the ride. And that last 15, 20 minutes for me was worth every minute, every second. It was good. I really enjoyed this movie. So what I want you to do is when you have time, check out Netflix's Polish film HellHole from 2020. It's on Netflix. It's called HellHole. Check it out. This has been Joe Lewis. Maybe I'll watch another movie that wasn't shot in English. I don't know. What do you all think? You think I should? Yeah, maybe a little bit, just a bit.